Hello and good morning, everybody. My name is Dean Quick. I'm the board certified music therapist with Levine Cancer Institute, and this is Music Therapy for Self-Care. We're live at 10 a.m. on weekdays. I bring you some sort of musical experience. And additionally, on Tuesdays, I bring you Lo-Fi Lunch. And it happens at noon. So I hope you'll join me for that today. Got some great sounds lined up for it. Can't wait to see what comes of it. And for now, at the 10 a.m. spot, we're going to do some country music today. So typically, the past like 6 or 7 weeks on Tuesdays, I've done something topical, right? So the first, it was What is Metal for 3 weeks. Then I took a week off, and then I did What is Rap. So I'm hoping that you will let me know what would be a great genre to discuss next. I do prefer to discuss genres that are a little controversial, that don't get as much love from the general populace, just so we can help each other diversify our music listening needs. So thanks for tuning in. If you're watching it live or watching it after the fact, I appreciate your viewership, and I hope you'll subscribe on YouTube. I'll drop a link in the comments wherever you're watching to do so. Mondays, it's live looping. Tuesdays is topical or song sharing. Wednesdays is a music therapy experience targeting anxiety or sleep disturbance or pain. Thursdays is song sharing, where I'm doing something similar to what I'm doing today. And then Fridays is another day for live looping. On Tuesdays and Fridays at noon is Lo-Fi Lunch, where I just create some music for you to have on in the background. And that's really the only purpose of the music, is for you to enjoy it. Just put it on, knowing that it's live music and it's interactive. So here's what I have for today. Here's our music choices. David Allen Coe and Earl Thomas Conley had really long song titles, so I abbreviated them. But if you don't know what that song is, those songs are, it's called me, You Never Even Called Me By My Name by David Allen Coe, and Holding Her and Loving You by Earl Thomas Conley. So yeah, if you're watching this live, you get to choose which one I go into first, or make a suggestion of a country song for me to sing. I am a huge Johnny Cash fan, so I might sneak one of his in there at some point this morning. All right. So I'm going to get into You Never Even Called Me By My Name. I'm going to do that one first. David Allen Coe here. Well, it was all I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes seems so useless to remain. But you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. You don't have to call me Waylon Jennings, and you don't have to call me Charlie Pride, and you don't have to call me Merle Haggard anymore. Even though you're on my fighting side, and I'll hang around just as long as you will let me. I never minded standing in the rain, But you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, I've heard my name a few times in your phone book, and I've seen it on the signs where I have played. The only time I know I'll hear David Allen Coe is when Jesus has his final judgment day. So I'll hang around just as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. But you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, a good friend of mine named Steve Goodman wrote that song, and he told me it was the perfect country western song. And I wrote him back a letter and I told him it was not the perfect country western song because he hadn't said anything at all about mama or trains or trucks or prison or getting drunk. Well, he sat down and he wrote another verse to the song and he sent it to me. And after reading it, I realized that my friend had written the perfect country western song, and I felt obliged to include it on this here album. Last verse goes like this. Well, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison, and I went to pick her up in the rain. But before I could get to the station in a pickup truck, she got run over by the dang old train. So I'll hang around just as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. But you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me. I wonder why you don't call me. Why don't you ever call me by my name? All right. Oh, that song. That song is great. I remember I had someone ask me to learn that song, a patient, a long time ago. And I was like, man, I don't know if I should include that last verse, you know. But apparently it's borderline blasphemy if you don't include the last verse. So is required. All right. So well, let's see which one should. So that one's kind of upbeat. The Tennessee Waltz is slow. I mean, it's a waltz. It's a ballad. Holding Her and Loving You. It's kind of slow. Shady Grove is fast. Maybe we should do the Tennessee Waltz, then Holding Her and Loving You, and then Shady Grove. That's what I'm thinking. If you're out there and you want to hear one, or if you got some Johnny Cash you want to hear instead, drop a comment. Let me know. What did I say I was going to do? The Tennessee Waltz. Yeah. This is a beautiful song. Everybody has done this song. I guess. I say everybody, not everybody. I really like Emmylou Harris. She has a great version of this song. was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember the night at the Tennessee waltz. Now I know just how much I'd lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee waltz. Now I wonder how a dance like the Tennessee waltz could have broken my heart so complete. Well, I couldn't blame my darling, and who could help falling in love with my darling so sweet? Well, it must be the fault of the Tennessee waltz. Wish I'd known just how much it would cost, but I didn't see it coming. It's all over but the crying. Blame it all on the Tennessee waltz. She goes dancing with the darkness to the Tennessee waltz, and I feel like I'm falling apart. And it's stronger than the drink, and it's deeper than the sorrow. This darkness she left in my heart. I remember the night at the Tennessee waltz, 'cause I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee waltz. That beautiful Tennessee waltz. I don't know if you could tell, but I kind of like that song. God, it's like such like classic country. When I was building the playlist for today, I was like, man, that song's gotta be on there. You know, that is the like one of the quintessential country songs, the Tennessee Waltz. It's got a little bit of everything. You know, it's got whiskey, it's got heartache, heartache caused by your friend. It's got a little bit of all of it. Doesn't have anything about trucks or trains or prison. So I guess maybe by David Allen Coe's definition, maybe it ain't Maybe it ain't a country song. Okay. Um, so if you're watching live, these are the two songs I had planned on playing, and I think I'm gonna throw one more in here. Um, I'm just really itching to play some Johnny Cash today. I'm thinking, let's see, maybe Daddy Sang Bass. Daddy Sang Bass is a good one. All right, let's get into Earl Thomas Connolly, Holding Her and Loving You. It's a song about being in a relationship with two people at one time, but leaving the one you love for the one you hold. It's a position you should never find yourself in, because that's terrible. But it's a good song. It's the third hardest thing I'll ever do, leaving here without you. And the second hardest thing I'll ever do is telling her about you. She's been good to me when things were going rough. How can I tell her now good ain't good enough? Oh, the hardest thing I've ever had to do is holding her and loving you. If she'd give me one good reason, I'd be gone. She ain't done one thing wrong. So don't expect me to just walk out of the door. I still love her, but I love you more. She's been good to me when things weren't going right. She made my days long before you made my nights. So the hardest thing I've ever had to do is holding her and loving you. Yeah, the hardest thing I'll ever have to do is holding her and loving you. Girl, the hardest thing I'll ever have to do is holding her and loving you. All right, yeah, little song about infidelity. Great song though. I feel kind of strange singing it sometimes. I think if the way I kind of look at it is like it's kind of a weird thing to write a song about. However, true to country music, it's a song about heartache, a song about maybe some things you shouldn't be doing. All right, so I'm adding a song here. All right, so before I take a sip of coffee here, let me fix up my list. So we just did Holding Her and Loving You by Earl Thomas Connolly. And I'm going to add, where is it? Daddy Sang Bass by Johnny Cash. I'm trying to type with my finger picks on here. Yeah, that turned out all right. Yeah, these things, hard to type with. But I'm not going to take them off because it's a pain. All right, so we're going to get into Shady Grove. I'm stylizing, so it's more of a traditional song. I've heard two versions of it, both I like, both pretty similar. Doc Watson has a version, and Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead has a version. Both sound pretty similar. Both are really good. Check them out. All right, here we go. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Cheeks as red as a bloomin' rose, and eyes are the prettiest brown. She's a darling of my heart, sweetest little girl in town. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. I wish I had a big fine horse and corn to feed him on, and Shady Grove to stay at home and feed him while I'm gone. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Went to see my Shady Grove, she was standing at the door, shoes and stockings in her hand and her little bare feet on the floor. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. When I was a little boy, I wanted a Barlow knife, and now I want little Shady Grove to say she'll be my wife. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Kiss from pretty little Shady Grove is sweet as brandy wine, and there ain't no girl in this old world that's prettier than mine. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Now these next verses are ones that are not in the traditional version. These are in the Doc Watson version. Wish I had a glass of wine and bread and meat for two. I'd set it out on a golden plate and I'd give it all to you. Peaches in the summertime, apples in the fall. If I can't have little Shady Grove, I don't want no gal at all. If I had a needle and thread as fine as I can sew, I'd sew my pretty girl to my side and down the road we'd go. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. All right, so a little Doc Watson there, a little flat picking kind of for you, and well, that leaves us with two more here, or one more. Sorry, and it's an extra one I added just because I'm itching to play some Johnny Cash for you, and it's called Daddy Sang Bass. So we'll get that going, and that's what I'm going to leave you with. Before I do that. Just know I have Lo-Fi Lunch coming up at noon today, so tune in for some cool instrumental music to have on while you're eating lunch, doing paperwork, whatever menial task you have, or just tune in to check it out and enjoy some good tunes. So this is Daddy Sang Bass by Johnny Cash. I remember when I was a lad, times were hard and things were bad. There's a silver lining behind every cloud. Just poor people's all we were, trying to make a living out of black land earth. But we'd get together in a circle singing loud. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join her right in there. Singing seems to help the troubled soul. One of these days, it won't be long, I'll rejoin them in a song. Gonna join the family circle at the throne. No, the circle won't be broken. By and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join her right in there. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. Now I remember after work, Mama would call in all of us. You could hear us singing for a country mile. Now little brother has done gone, but we'll rejoin him in a song. We'll be together up yonder in a little while. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join her right in there. Singing seems to help the troubled soul. One of these days, it won't be long, I'll rejoin them in a song. Gonna join the family circle at the throne. No, the circle won't be broken. By and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join her right in there. The sky, Lord, in the sky. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join her right in there. Singing seems to help the troubled soul. One one of these days, it won't be long, I'll rejoin them in a song. Gonna join the family circle at the throne. No, the circle won't be broken. By and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor. Me and little brother would join right in there. The sky, Lord, in the sky. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. Looks like I had quite a few people from Facebook and YouTube tune in, so thank you for that. If you've not yet subscribed on YouTube, do so, because you'll get subscribe and then click the little bell so you get alerts when I go live or when I upload new content, and check it out. And as always, the chat box is open, so if when you're watching live you want to drop a line and it show up, give a shout out to somebody you can, or just engage in some discussion. So I hope you will join me at noon today for Lo-Fi Lunch. And yeah, take care. Thanks for tuning in today. And yeah, I'll see you at noon. Tomorrow we're going to get into some music therapy for relaxation. So I hope you'll join me for that too. Take care.